big how to do, how is you? We are excited. Bonnie and I are excited about having our book published. The name of the book is People and Donuts. We love them. We are so excited about it. It's about our escapades at the donut shop and the many wonderful characters that we encountered there every single day. So look for it, and we'll keep you posted as far as how that's coming about. Today, our episode today is going to be on treasures. This right here is a plate full of yummy treasures, and we'll get you the recipe and the how-tos and everything. But you're gonna love these, and you're gonna love them at all of your reunions and get-togethers and holidays. The other thing I'd like to talk to you about is treasures that we find in our life. You know, when you're little, you find maybe a little box like this, and you put your little things that you find in there, whether it's a feather from a bird or a special shaped rock or a flower that you may have brought to your mom or your grandma. And as you get older, your treasures then become your jobs or your absolutely beautiful home or apartment, or the absolute favorite car that you absolutely wanted and have to have. And those kinds of treasures kind of fill your life, so to speak. But then as you get older, as in my age, we recognize time is a treasure. Time. And the time actually is from memories from your family. And what I have here with me are treasures from my family that have been handed down to me. When you talk about family, it's absolutely wonderful. But what I'd like to show you are just some of the examples of treasures in my life. Now, my grandfather worked in New York City, and when he worked for the Chase Manhattan Bank, they gave out a souvenir, and it was a penny, and it said, I think that on it says, keep and never go broke. And the date on it is 1957. But that's a souvenir from my grandfather's bank that he worked at. And he went from messenger boy all the way to vice president in charge of trusts. And I absolutely had to have one of the New York subway coins. I'm glad my mom kept this. This was found, actually these two things were found in a little purse that my mom had kept little things from when she had gone to San Francisco, where I was born. But when she went back visiting and things like this, she kept little coins and souvenirs in there. And when I found those, I absolutely loved it. Now, my grandfather, when he went to work, he had a watch on a chain. And when my sisters and brother were born, back then they put little charms on a chain around the baby's wrist or neck. I can't remember really. But anyway, my mom had the chain from my grandfather's watch to make it into a bracelet. So that's what that is, and I really love that. This right here, treasure, it's a button off of a uniform. It was my mom's. She went to a boarding school, St. Margaret's, I believe is what it was called. And that was their little buttons on their uniform. So she kept one of those. That meant something to her too. This jewelry, this is from my great-grandmother from Ireland. It's an amethyst. I love that. And this is, actually this right here was handmade by a relative, and I'm still trying to find out what her name was. But I believe she's on the Clark side of the family. So I need to know. If you have any idea, you let me know, okay? This is a picture of my grandmother when she drove an ambulance during the war. This is one of the pins on her uniform when she was working, and this is her badge that she had to wear. This right here belonged to my great grandfather, Henry Foley. There are his initials, and inside a pocket right here, that's 2 different letters written 2 or 3 days apart. This one was written October the 9th, 1887, and this one was written the 11th of October, 1887. This is from Cappoquin County in Ireland, Waterford County in Ireland, both of them are. This one is from Lord Stewart, who was a neighbor of my grandfather, Henry Foley. And this is a letter from his pastor, or his reverend, introducing my grandfather to those who would hire him. And it was so wonderful that he put it in here. He said, I'll have to read part of it to you. It says, Henry is great. He is great for outdoor work, and he is wonderful around horses. What can be done for him, he doesn't know, but he is introducing, or his father, he has accepted the invitation from Henry's father to introduce both of his sons so that they could get work. And lo and behold, they did get work, because my father, or my great-grandfather, this is his 10-year pin from the Mounted Police in New York City. I thought that was really, really cool. But these letters of introduction are they're a treasure. They really are. And it's something that I'm going to pass along down to my children, or my child and her children. So you can find treasures in many things. And I have, last but not least, I wanted to share these with you. These are recipes from my great-grandfather on my father's side, who had a bakery in Indiana. And he was a fourth generation baker from Germany. And I have 2 of his recipes. And I'll share those with you later on in the year. But I just wanted to let you know that there are treasures in many different ways. Whether it be a recipe, whether it be something that you can wear, or something that you can just look at. These are with memories, and they actually are a part of you. All of these people that I have mentioned are a part of me. They make up who I am, what I look like, my quirky little attitudes, or whatever. That's who I am. This is who I am, and it's because of them. And for that, I will be truly grateful. And it's wonderful. So no matter how old you are, there will be treasures for you to find. But hopefully you will truly see those that are the true treasures in your life. Oh, and I tell you what, chocolate and cherries, yummy. Okay, we're going to get started. So the first thing that you need to do to make these little treasures is to get you some maraschino cherries without stems and some chocolate chips. Okay, it's going to roughly be about 24 per batch, okay? Whoa! That's a big one. We might stick 2 of them in there. Wow! If you'll notice, on the little cherries, there is a little place where they take out the pit, so that's where you're going to slide the little chocolate chip in. I've had this recipe for over 30 years. Brought it out from Charlotte, North Carolina, so it's been a hit ever since. Oh, and I tell you what, chocolate and cherries, yummy. Now, our project starts now. And what we're going to start off with is a half a cup of your brown sugar and a half cup of butter. Margarine can be used. So we're going to mix this up and cream it up real good. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add my little bit of vanilla, teaspoon of vanilla right into here. And yes, I'm not measuring. Then what you're going to do, once this is all mixed up in here, then what you're going to do is you're going to add 1.5 cups of your all-purpose flour and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And in it goes. See how it's all just kind of clumping together here? That's what you want. I think we're about ready to get our little tablespoon ready. And what you're going to do is you're just going to put enough in here to make a solid with no extra. You don't want it topped over or anything. You want a perfect, as close as you can, solid tablespoon to put your little cherry in. And then what you do is you kind of make a little indentation to make it a little bit easier, like this. And then you're going to put your cherry in just like this, and you're going to fold your dough up over it, okay? So I'm going to kind of do this. Alrighty. Okay, now you see how I'm doing? It kind of takes a little bit because you want to make sure that it's all solid, because you want to make sure that your cookie is solid. Okay, so I'm going to do this like this, and we're going to put our first one on our cookie sheet. Yep, see, this is how it looks. That's your covered cherry, chocolate cherry. Yummy, 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 yummy. And this is the hard, it's not really hard, it's just that it's tedious work, you know, the stuff that you just have to do. But in the end, the result is, oh yeah, you don't mind it at all. Okay, and so you see I've kind of spaced them because they have no leavening in them. They're not going to grow that much. And so we are ready to pop them in the oven, okay? So I got 25 out of them, not just 2 dozen, I got 25. We're ready to go. 350 degrees for 12 to 15 minutes. And you want them to be golden, and it can be a little bit browned on the bottom, but you don't want them to be brown on the top. Okay, okay, look at these yummy cookies. Now you see, okay, see they're dark on the bottom, okay, and they're just golden on the top. So what I'm going to do is I have melted just a layer right here of chocolate chips, and it was about a minute, and I just kind of softened it up and I spread it around a little bit, because once the cookies are still a little bit warm, okay, and all I'm going to do is kind of roll it on the top just like this, and then go like this. Yum, 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 yum. Okay, and roll it in that good old chocolate. If you're like me, chocolate counts. Get it on there. Okay, and for these last few that we're going to do, we're going to be kind to our nut allergic people who can't have nuts, and we're just going to put some pretty sprinkles on top. Oh yeah, makes it stand out, makes it look Eastery. Looky there. Now take a look at that. Is that not neat? That is really good. That looks good enough for Easter for me. And that's a good thing. Now these are our little treasures. Oh, and I need to go ahead and bite into one, don't I? Okay, let me show you what it looks like on the inside. See? And I hope I got the chocolate in my half. Enjoy, people. Okay, after all of these treasures that we have talked about, the treasure that I hold dearest to my heart is my testimony of our Savior Jesus Christ. I know that He lives and loves us each one. And for that knowledge, I am truly grateful. At this Easter season, I hope that you can rejoice with your family and celebrate the true meaning of the Easter holiday, and that He has risen, and that He lives, and that His words are living. I live with you my testimony that He loves us all and desires each one of us to return to live with Him. That much I do know, and that is a treasure in my heart. And hopefully all of you can rejoice in this and feel that rejoicing in your family, whether it be through pictures and reunions or whatever it is that you do for your Easter holiday. But do remember the main reason why we celebrate Easter. Well, I hope that you have been able to enjoy the video that we have made for you. We've enjoyed making it. We've enjoyed the goodies, and we've also enjoyed the treasures that we hold dear to our heart. We would love to know, and make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. And you can make sure that you know that you can catch us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And be sure and let us know if there's anything that you would like to see, especially those of you who used to come through our donut shop. Is there something that we can make or show you how to make that we had in our donut shop? Otherwise, it's a grab bag full of goodies that we are going to try and share with you. So have fun. And hey, make sure that you are the star of your kitchen and make that apron dance, okay? Great.